here's the 250 I just bought last night. I got it all washed up. Plastics are definitely scraped up pretty good. Not gouged, it's just light scratches. So I think we're gonna go ahead and do a decal kit on this one if we can. And I'll address that first. Definitely have two mismatched wheels or rims here. One's an ITP and one's a Douglas. The offset is definitely different. You can see brake pad caliper right there. The brake caliper sticks out a lot more on this side. So we're gonna have to address that for sure. I do have one extra Honda rim from one of the other bikes, so if I can find one more, I'll be fine. Looks like this bike was rolled. The bumper needs to be straightened out there, and you can just tell from all the scratches on the light. Front bezel here, looks like some scratches there, some scratches here. So my guess it was rolled. It wasn't rolled, it doesn't look like it was rolled on anything hard, I guess you could say, like a big boulder or something, but it did have a decal that it was in Utah, so my guess it was rolled in the sand or some woods or something, but I have to go over this thing. Definitely looks like something's bent, I want to say. I don't know, it could just be my imagination and be one of these wheels here that's, you know, making it look that way. But I mean, the handlebars look, to me they look bent, but it could be wrong. So I'm gonna go over this whole thing. I definitely think it needs the valves adjusted. They're ticking away in there, so we'll address that too. I don't know, I just noticed anything else offhand, you know, besides that bracket. And I mean, there's a very good possibility that something else is bent. Whether it be a tie rod or handlebars, something in those lines. So we'll take it apart, see what we can find, see what we can do. Definitely think we need to start with two factory wheels up here and kind of go from there, because I think this offset is just throwing me off. So definitely need to do an oil change. I need to get a different battery for this. That one's too big. It just won't allow this seat to clip in there. So I looked at my wife's bike and her battery is definitely shallower. So we'll get a new battery coming for that too. I'll just keep that one around as a spare or whatever. But I mean, it's just good. It rides good. This tire did have a hole in it and I just plugged it. So we should be good there. Yeah, overall, I mean, it's scratched up, but we can make that disappear two ways. Plastic renew or decal kit. You know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything with that as a decal kit, so we might just do plastic renew on that, get a new bezel. You know, stuff for these bikes are cheap, so I'm not really worried about it. They still make this bike, so I do believe that's why the parts are kind of cheap, on the cheap end. You get aftermarket parts, they're even cheaper. So, but she's washed up, she's cleaned up for now. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the wheels off. Back ones, I need to check that back brake in there. Front ones, I need to get replacements for. And kind of go from there. Adjust the valves, do all the stuff I can do before we put some money into it. But I will definitely go ahead and try to find another wheel for it. So I have one Suzuki, one Honda front wheel, so if I go either way, that'll work. I did see a guy in Surprise, a couple towns over from me, who had two front Honda wheels. He wants $50 for them, but one of them's bent and one of them's good. So it's like, but he's selling them because they got good tires on it. I mean, I wouldn't call them good. I mean, they're less than half, so. Yeah, I mean, she's all cleaned up. Let's see what we can get out of her. I mean, she's not all cleaned up, but she's washed up, so see what we can do with this one. So I used some 2500 grit wet sandpaper, scuffed the whole light up, and used that Mother's Mag and aluminum polish, and came out pretty clean. You can see a scratch right there, there's a little one there, and there's some more, you know, going up here, but I'd say it looks 95% better. So that'll save me, I think these things are like 70, 80 bucks online. I was gonna buy a new one, but after cleaning it up, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it. So it's not that noticeable anymore as it was before. So I'm happy with that. Should be able to get the decal kit for this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and plastic renew pretty much all this up here where there's no decals. So I got it all taped off where the decals go up to both sides. So it's definitely faded here. So we'll see how this stuff works. Just gonna go ahead and leave it at that. Call that good. Ended up good. Still a little faded right there. Rubbed, I guess you could say, but never brings back the luster. So we'll let that dry overnight and see what it looks like in the morning. Maybe put another couple coats on it, but I think we should be good. Now I'm going to rebuild this carb today. Got a rebuild kit from Amazon here, so we'll see how this one works. It's all cleaned up. Taken apart. This is for the Honda TRX 250EX. It was off an 07. Go ahead and snug this back up. It's for the choke cable. There were no signs it needed to be rebuilt, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it anyway. Might as well do it while I got it off. It's not too bad in there. Just like to check the jets just to make sure they're the same as the ones I'm replacing here. Take out these parts and dump it out into this nice plastic container they got. Tiny springs and clips and O-rings in here, so just want to make sure you don't use any of them. And as I take the old ones out, I'll just put them on, you know, set them aside. Some kits come with more stuff than others. Like I usually get this part in the kit, but this one doesn't have that. It's kind of a bummer. But let me try to look at the jet size if I can to make sure it's corresponding with the old one. The old one's a 95. Not going to be marked. Instead I can see. Get a magnifying glass. With the other one. Take your word for it, that's 95. I just really hate when they're not numbered. So they have nothing as a reference, but I'm guessing they're the stock ones, but it's nice to have a number on there to reference to. They're not labeled. I always just check these by turning them in. So, 1, 2, 2 1/4, 3 1/2, and just mark that down somewhere so you don't forget.
Actually somewhat back together, got it running. Rear diff all set up, everything's adjusted. Fan the exhaust all the way up to about here, well, to there, and then clean that up, wash it again. Put that exhaust tip on there, sounds a lot better. Just need to do an oil change. I'm waiting on a couple parts for the rear diff. I'm gonna get this decal kit installed today. Start with the back fenders, it's the easiest. You can see they're pretty scratched up, so I'll get a nice before and after. So if I go to the back, to the sides, then work our way forward.